Governor of Kaduna State, Senator Obasani, disclosed this while briefing to flood situation in River State, where this is as residents of Woji and Ever Road in Jerry Phase 3 joined the growing calls for the distilling of major canals within Port Harcourt metropolis. In an interview with correspondent Nnamdi Wala, some of the residents said floodwater often finds its way into their homes on rainy days. They wondered why a government residential area is affected by such magnitude of flash flood and urged the River State government to distill the canal along Amechi Drive.
When once there is a rainfall in Port Harcourt, you can't pass here. This area is not a kind of business area. If government can help, I'm turning these things into this canal that's at Amechi Drive. It would be nice.
They need to raise the gutter. I believe the gutter is not deep enough. Raise the road. The road is very down.
They will not see anywhere to put legs. Some people scared of me.
Just find where and go inside and stay till the rain finish and the flood, the water will go inside before we start coming out and sell again. Some people house water they enter plenty. The gutter where they no too deep. If government come to the gutter where the water will go inside.
In Diobu, residents are more worried about non-functional street lights in parts of the area. They told our correspondents that darkness experienced within adjoining streets, particularly the waterfront areas, is enabling cultism and pockets of criminal activities. They said nightlife and business activities will boom if the government addresses the epileptic street light situation.
You get sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, you never on. When I fly today, at least every go day bright. You get some confidence where you go get. Anywhere they do, you go see them. Then when you know they when we are there, that everybody go there afraid.
Now the street light will affect us. This job, if this street light is there, you will see those bad boys. They won't be able to be coming out to operate because there is light. But if there is no light, it gives them room to perpetrate evil.
Many times for night, if this light no there, they will attack you. They will just come, you no go know. They just grab you, grab your phone. But if this light there, go make you to see them far, then take cover.
Still on environmental rights, activist in River State, Dr. Fineface Dumnamene, is calling for the establishment of host community development trust funds as part of efforts to address concerns raised by stakeholders in Ogoni land over the planned resumption of oil exploration in the area.
And I know that sections of the PIA that relates to oil issues in Ogoni land is the setting up of the, host community development trust. And that host community development trust, the PIA provides 3% of profit from the oil companies to be paid into that fund. So I think as part of the process of the negotiation ongoing with the Ogoni people for the possible oil resumption, they should set up the host community development trust in the various areas, oil host communities in Ogoni land. And then sections of the PIA are invoked.
Dr. Dumnamene explained that the trust funds, as provided in the Petroleum Industry Act, will ensure that host communities directly benefit from oil operations and help prevent renewed conflicts. His call follows renewed demands by some stakeholders for a review of the PIA's implementation before oil activities resume in Ogoni.
Issues around youth is being taken care of. The PIA is being implemented to the later. The host community development trust is in place. I think that the youth will even be too busy away from going to vandalize the pipeline. Today in the Ogoni area, there is a drastic reduction in the area of pipeline sabotage because the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project that is carrying out the Ogoni environmental remediation is already engaging a lot of youth who are now busy away from pipeline vandalism, crude oil theft, illegal refineries, and environmental pollution.
The environmental advocate, who is also the executive director of the Youth and Environmental Advocacy Center, noted a noticeable decline in pipeline sabotage across Ogoni land in recent times. Dr. Dumnamene further urged the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, to strengthen its oversight function and hold multinational oil companies accountable whenever they fail to comply with the PIA, particularly the provisions on compensation and remediation for oil spills caused by equipment failure.
It is their responsibility to hold the oil companies responsible whenever there is a spill resulting from equipment failure after they have carried out the joint investigation visit JIV and the report is available. So I think the regulators should work with communities and ensure that the multinational oil companies or indigenous companies operating in Niger Delta are held accountable. Like the regulators should always work and ensure that the indigenous companies or multinational oil companies that have contributed to any environmental infractions are held accountable.
In other news, some drivers at Choba Park who ply the Choba-Bonima route are lamenting the poor state of a section of the Degema axis of the road, which they say has become a major threat to their daily operations. The drivers complain that a bad spot has caused frequent accidents, vehicle damage, and long delays leading to the loss of valuable man hours. They're calling on the River State government to intervene urgently and compel the contractor handling the project to speed up construction work on the affected portion.
We are having issues crossing that water to Abonima with our passengers. The moment our vehicles are breaking down, the contractors handling the construction work there are not doing enough job. The place is a death trap. Our vehicle break down there on daily basis. So we really need the government to talk to the contractor to expedite work over there in order for us to have a smooth passage.
We cannot pass with our vehicle there. This morning I tried to come all the way from Abonima to Shobahen. I almost got in there. I managed to drive out from that place, at least to talk to the Beja, the contractors, to expedite the work there, or at least let them find a solution to evacuate the water for us to have a way to flow to both Port Harcourt and an Abonima Hen.
An official of the Road Transport Workers, IB Bob Manuel, told our correspondent, Suibio Ruwari, that the Degema axis is fast turning into a death trap for motorists and commuters. He appealed to Governor Siminalayi Fubara to personally visit the area and take immediate action to prevent further loss of lives and properties.
It's very shameful that you will see Nigerian correctional officials using rubber to bail water out of their house, not to talk of the vehicle that are applying that route. The relevant authority did not take any action. We will be forced to drop passengers at that Degema because we cannot apply that route. As soon as you cross that water, you go back and spend lots of money in repairing your vehicle. So we are calling on the governor that went and inspect the road. He should call on the contractors to go and do remediation work on that so that the commuters can easily apply that road.
A civil engineering consultant, Dr. Isa Iyegbeni, says the use of rigid pavement, commonly known as concrete, is more suitable for roads with heavy traffic compared to flexible pavement, otherwise known as asphalt. Dr. Isa, in an interview with correspondent Emeka Otuka, explained that it is often challenging to apply rigid pavement on roads initially constructed with flexible pavement. He said this while reacting to the use of concrete to rehabilitate portions of dilapidated roads. He advised that reinforced pavement should be used during rehabilitation work on such roads, noting that rigid and flexible pavements may not be compatible if not properly blended.
If it is heavy traffic, using a rigid pavement is better off. We know it's quite expensive compared to the flexible pavement, which is just normal using asphalt. But now, where the challenge comes is the bond. If already you have used the flexible pavement on the road, now you are coming with a rigid pavement. Because what we are talking about now is rehabilitation. The interface between the already existing flexible pavement and the rigid pavement, that is where the failure can start coming from. But using that concrete we are talking, which is the rigid pavement, is quite okay.
Still to come, River State empowers 500 women. Stay with us. Welcome back. When you hear about mental health, don't just think madness. This advice comes from a mental health expert, Dr. Iberedem David. As the world marks Mental Health Day on Friday, Dr. David, who is also a senior registrar in the Department of Neuropsychiatry, UPTH, tells correspondent Martha Okere that many people attribute mental health challenges to spiritual issues. but those affected should be given a chance to get help. She said that when there is a change in behavior, it's a sign that a person's mental health may be affected.
Recognition of the fact that there is a deviation from the usual behavior of an individual should be a pointer that there could be something going on. From there, many people, the second thing they will do is to go to churches, deliverance houses and all that. In as much as we do not discourage prayers, go and see a psychiatrist. At least get evaluation. Many people are afraid of being labeled as mad people. But the truth is, we treat a variety of mental health problems that are not necessarily seen as madness. Sometimes we may not even need drugs.
Dr. David said although there has been an improvement in mental health awareness in the states, there is still the issue of stigma.
There's still a lot of stigma associated with mental health. Even when we go to places to do mental health awareness and you open your mouth and tell people I'm a psychiatrist, the next thing they say, oh, you treat mad people, and then you have to start educating and all that. So yes, more people know about it, but a lot more are still unaware of the kind of services we give and the fact that there are a lot of things that we can manage in this facility. So a lot of work still has to be done regarding public awareness.
The mental health experts also said that the economic and social problems in Nigeria could affect mental health and people should seek help when they notice changes in their emotional or psychological state.
If you have that toughness, that tough spirit, oh, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me, they don't want to bother other people, oh, I'm going to cope. But the truth is, sometimes there's a limit to which you can help yourself. Seek medical help. Once you're experiencing symptoms that you really cannot get a hold of, some people tell you, I'm not just myself. That is a cue. Your functioning is impaired. You're not getting things done the way they should be. That should be a cue that you need to see a psychiatrist.
The theme for this year's World Mental Health Day is Mental Health in Humanitarian Emergencies. Another mental health expert, Dr. Alex Otutu, who spoke on the theme of World Mental Health Day, is asking the Rivers State government to focus its mental health awareness campaigns in rural areas, especially those affected by flooding. He said flooding is one of the stressors that can affect the mental health of those people.
Some of these persons will go through some of these challenges, especially when we talk about flooding. We've been experiencing it in certain locations, especially areas like Aoda. They lose properties. Some of them even go to the extent of them losing loved ones. These stressors also affect them mentally. So as we celebrate or mark this World Mental Health Day, it's important we look at these areas. We've seen governments over time not looking at people in the rural areas, and I think this is the call for it. More concerns or more awareness should be raised as regards those in the rural areas.
As you may know, the neuropsychiatric hospital in Rumigbo, Port Harcourt, is undergoing renovation and expansion to accommodate more services. Also, primary health centers in the state are now offering mental health services. The River State government has empowered 500 women across the 23 local government areas with a sum of 50,000 naira each. The wife of the state governor, Valeria Fubara, announced this during an empowerment program held at the government house in Port Harcourt today. She said the state government's gesture is in support of the 50,000 naira empowerment by the Renewed Hope initiative in synergy with a private firm. The wife of the River State governor charged the women to make good use of the money.
This effort is gratifying. It foretells of the satisfaction of our citizens about the way and manner the Renewed Hope initiative has impacted positively on society. At this program, all 500 beneficiaries will be given 50,000 naira each. The River State government is also giving 50,000 to yet another 500 batch, making a total of 1,000 women who will be receiving this grant. This collaboration has come to represent a commitment to improve the economic capacity of women in the state.
Also speaking, River State Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odu stressed the importance of empowering women.
Empowering people is important, but empowering women is greatly important, because whatever you give to the woman is secure. Whatever you give to the woman, she adds value to it. Even in the Bible, the Samaritan woman, when she saw Jesus, she ran to the city to tell them who she had seen and how she was blessed. And that is what you women have been doing.
The event was attended by the wife of the former governor and former justice of the Supreme Court, Ore, Commissioner for Women Affairs, Dr. Roslyn Oranta, among others. Get ready for an unforgettable experience at the Port Harcourt Love Hangout this Saturday with the theme Dark Room. Convener of the event, Joy Osai Onwumere, popularly known as Lady J, tells our correspondent that the event is designed to build and strengthen family relationships. She said the program is timely, coming at a period when many people are struggling to manage their emotions and anger.
We are looking out for families that are going through serious issues, family-related matters, marriage-related issues, toxic relationships, and of course, seeing how we can be able to build family together and bring them together. We all know what is happening today in Nigeria, where you hear a man just woke up one day, and before you know, a woman decides to beat the man with hot water, or maybe the man is beating a woman with hot water. Problems are going on everywhere, and it all boils down to the family. And that is the reason for the Port Harcourt Love Vanguard.
Lady J also said the event will feature amazing speakers and several side attractions to keep participants engaged.
We were surprised to hear about a meeting purported to have been held in the Palace of His Royal Majesty King. We were surprised to hear about a meeting.
We are expecting amazing people who are coming in. We have different speakers that will be speaking and touching different areas in our life. We have Dr. Stephanie Nohare coming as one of the speakers. Dr. Wisdom Osiri is coming as one of the speakers. Paul Chisom is one of the speakers, as well as Dr. Ife Obi is coming in as one of the speakers. We also have other side attraction. We have music by Cheromi, Amarachi, Kelake. We have Akman Okon for comedy, Saint Aboki for comedy, and a lot of giveaways to be won that very day.
She added that the tickets will be available at the venue, Celebrate Event Center, Oluobasanjo Road, Port Harcourt, from 1 p.m. The love ticket costs 5,000 naira. On the international scene, Israel's cabinet is due to meet to approve a Gaza ceasefire deal. It comes as the U.S. President Donald Trump says Israeli hostages could be released on Monday or Tuesday. Israel's cabinet and security cabinet are widely expected to approve the ceasefire deal today, although their meeting has been delayed. The ceasefire in Gaza will begin within 24 hours of cabinet approval. Trump's Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff and his son-in-law Jared Kushner have arrived in Israel ahead of the expected deal. And that's the news for this hour. Before we go, another look at the headlines. We reported that Professor Joash Ojo Amupita has been appointed as the new national chairman of INEC. You heard that activists have called for the establishment of trust funds ahead of oil exploration in Ogoniland. You heard drivers are now lamenting the poor state of the Degema axis of the Choba-Abonima Road. On the foreign scene, Israel's cabinet is set to discuss a Gaza plan late today. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwonsu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.